Hi, welcome back to Aleph Academy. It's Leo, design lead from Aleph Vietnam. On today's session, I will take you through a journey of doing creative work in the new world of AI through the lens of SME banking. So let's go.
Design and great design is about creating a new reality that inspire, engage, and make an impact. Technology works as an accelerator for our desire for art and our culture. Together with business and science, they shape up the society. In most cases, technology usually amplifies the positive more than the negative. With human plus machine, our creativity is unlocked. The combination bridges the gap between now and the future. We are at the tipping point of AI and technology. The future is full of potential paths. We can choose healing, we can choose criticizing, reshading, or doing nothing. But at Aleph, we choose being physically human, but not at the expense of AI. So there are three foundational questions to ask when we welcome a new tech. What is it good at? Or should it never do? And how should we bring them into our creative process? So, with 10 seconds explain, AI are productive in automating, clustering, predicting, optimization, and facilitating engagement. Data runs in the bloodstream of AI. AI has the capability of dealing with wide data, not just big. AI is the first invention in our humankind's history that have ability to make decisions for themselves and also for us. In fact, no longer the time for experiment. AI is already in the implementation phase of fintech world very actively. So I will take you through a case study of SME banking that was powered by AI to learn more about its capability. Business banking are often driven by traditional legacy systems, especially in Asian countries where bureaucracy is still very complex. Household business or family-run SME are the cornerstone of Asian economies and society. In fact, in emerging countries like Vietnam, they contribute more than 1/3 of our GDP. They are our mothers, fathers, and brothers. Starting a business and getting from 0 to 1 is more challenging than getting the next one. 60% of small and mid-sized companies globally are fighting for survival with very low accessibility to working capital. From one of our recent research, SME executives are spending around 60% of their days juggling with very complex paperwork, doing a lot of manual financial operations and administration tasks. The root cause are reckoned as a mismatch between the flexible needs SME banking and the slow movement in the banking system. For years, the system has slowly moved from one-to-one relationship to one-to-many kinds of approach, but that's not enough to keep up with the pace of the market. Instead of one-to-many, SME actually need one-to-individual relationship with the bank. AI is ready there to solve all of those complex challenges, from hyper-personalized engagement from chatbots and a digital financial assistant, optimize any kind of repetitive business and operation workflow. You have to remove branch visit or site visit from the process. You have OCR document to make an registration seamless. You have the secure payment, yes, detect fraud, credit scoring, credit profiling, credit decision making, the trading, investing, predicting financial trend. So explain in plain language. AI tells your mom know how much of goods she should stock up for the new year's beyond previous sale record. Without requiring her to have an MBA degree, the bank can proactively ask her if she needs a financial support for piling the goods based on not only stock performance or predicted sale, but also her personal credit record. She don't need to enlarge the text size of her phone and suffer from a complex UI with a lot of jargons. Instead, she uses her voice to talk with the bank's AI. So, when building an experience, we normally consider 7 cups of experience: security, accessibility, efficiency, personalization, insightful. The experience also must be goal-driven and social-driven. Even AI can outperform humans in many cups. However, there's something that AI cannot do or should not do. Things require social and emotional intelligence. Marathon says for thousands of years, even we have bike or car, because marathon is not simply walking or running. Human interaction similar like that. Interaction between humans is not just about information exchange, it's an experience worth giving and getting. No matter how cool machine learning and AI are coping with business tasks, AI will not kill design thinking. Because AI questions the way we think about design. Design will no longer iterating the same old thing, just a bit better, or repackaging poor stuff with new gimmicks. Double diamond will be scaled up, the divergence will be aggressively accelerated, and the convergence will be more qualitatively thoughtful. AI will not kill collaborative design because AI and collaborative design are not mutually exclusive. Collaborative design helps participants not only getting faster to the outcome, but also gaining trust, chemistry, skills, decision-making ability, and the ideation. AI has challenging the expert mindset and democratize the power in the room. Empathy, humor, and intuition are unique to human and cannot replicate by machine. And AI will not kill great design. AI is not fast fashion to the fintech world. It's here to stay like a new fabric. Great design will get more luxury because great design now require more soul, skill, and engagement. Great design is also about design process itself and the story to be told. Great design aims not just to produce outcome, but also to inspire change within an organization, to foster new perspective on human and tech, and to bring people together. Featuring a complex system like SME banking, implementation of tech or AI is not enough and never enough. An AI cannot be just of the committee, similar to a solo designer. However, designer with AI copilot can lift the airplane off. It's collective intelligence, the result of a group of individuals acting and thinking together. So AI Jack experiment is more than just algorithm and data. It's a luxury item that needs to be woven from multiple fabrics by multiple people together. AI will pose new missions to a great design. I call it 3D. The first D is define the realness. There will be moments people fall in love with the realness generated by AI. Through total experience design, we need to calibrate the realness of this augmented world. To multi-sensory design, we need to trigger the intuition and the humanity. Banks will go branchless soon, but branch can involve SME owner head bowling brand beauty. So imagine a comedy hub for SME leaders with exotic sense and complementary choice, where they can mingle and collaborate, not for paperwork, but for a chance to create. That's the essence of business that spark joy and success. And second mission is Derisk. As a designer, sometimes we need to be constrained to avoid unwanted behavior or outcome. Building a great learning experience is not to grant money easier or faster, but to grant the money to the right borrower with the right need. The risk is that AI might overlook the financial recall and end up offering to SME a loan that is unsuitable or unsustainable. Another drawback we can think of, people can create virus, people can create scam AI and AI power deepfake. A human-like AI can appear trustworthy, but your user might overtrust and expose any kind of private information to the machine. As a designer to de-risk, we are required to accept our design's limitations, to cooperate for change, not for the sake of regulation, but for the ethic. The last one is debias. Even though you think you are already customer-centric, you may not be. Banks and machines operate through a complex lens that make it impossible to see people very clearly. Biased data is often a reflection of the circumstances and the culture that produce it. As a designer, we must advocate for the fairness. Starting from today, so they are ahead of the curve, creatives need to start experimenting and craft with new material design. Don't ask, will AI kill your jobs? Because it will. You must retrain yourself. And alongside with augmented and digitalized material is from the visual, sounds, language, haptics, and new fabric for design. Firstly, data fabric. So how connected data can lead people through different dynamic and scenario and possibilities. We are serving Gen Z, and C is for connected. SME of the future will leave their footprints everywhere in the internet. The executive of SME is not in the office but in between bytes and pixels. Strategic and service designer of future need to deal with a multiverse of journey and persona. AI is there to assist. Secondly, is a feedback fabric. Not only digital feedback but non-digital feedback. AI helps us to reach to individuals in microseconds. The product learning loops are getting smaller to the atomic level in every touch and every swipe. The future of UX researcher might be a product scientist who tests 14 million hypotheses with prompting. In the vibrant market of SME, where the customer is not everyone but a single one, designer and researcher might no longer need to analyze patterns, but also of pattern behaviors and prompt a challenging question to the room. The last but not least, context fabric. At a single moment that matters, how people in society love to be engaged and to interact. Become a better prompter requires us to understand the context with a sharp attention to details and the critical thinking. Creative prompter brings imagination and the humanity, not laziness in every problem. Remember, AI is not built with high context inputs or for high context culture. Humans are unique in handling uncertain situations and unpredictable context, even with just a very small amount of information. So there's a few key takeaways from this session. Instead of seeing humans and machines as rivals competing for the same work, we should explore the potential benefits of working together. For utopia, not a dystopia, good design must have defining the realness, de-risking, and de-bias. Creating an engaging, robust, but safe AI is a shared responsibility of designer and others. With a wide data set and AI, we get more precise and inclusive feedback. We can prompt with the right context for the right questions. That's a perfect recipe for human plus AI cognition. With a base of empathy, humor, and humanity, our design will be accelerated better, faster, and stronger with AI.
Thanks for tuning in on this academy session. Please check out on our website and YouTube for content and crafts. See you really soon in the next academy session.